Just hours after claiming victory came a different tone from the man now likely to become the leader of Israel's opposition.
The people want a different way, and we're going to deliver it. I told you that I came for 10 years. This is only the first morning. There's plenty of work ahead of me, of us, and nothing is over. We are making our moves. We're surprised until now. We'll see what the day brings.
In reality, the day brought only growing certainty that the former army chief's project to unseat Israel's prime minister had failed. Only Bibi, King Bibi, had been the chance in the early hours of Wednesday, and once again Benjamin Netanyahu backed up his boast that there really is no one like him in Israeli politics.
I'm very moved that the people of Israel put their trust in me again, for the 5th time, a greater trust even.
He managed to take enough votes from right-wing rivals to gain seats for his Likud party without undermining support for his preferred coalition partners. Personally, as well as politically, the stakes have never been higher.
I think the main purpose of Netanyahu in these elections was to get a majority in the parliament, in the Knesset, that will enable him to make legislation that will give him immunity and protect him from these charges that he's going, criminal charges, is going to face in a few months.
Israel's Attorney General is due to hold hearings for Netanyahu and his lawyers where they can challenge his intention to indict the Prime Minister in 3 separate corruption cases. It's considered likely, however, that charges will be brought. One of the key questions now is exactly what kind of a price the smaller far-right parties might try to extract from Netanyahu in return for their support, especially if they're expected to go to the wire for him to help him defend against the corruption cases he faces. And it's a price that could end up costing the Palestinians more than anyone. In the final days of the campaign, Netanyahu endorsed the annexation of all Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. Palestinian politicians fear it's more than an election ploy, rather a consequential political shift just weeks ahead of the planned publication of the Trump administration's peace plan.
I think the whole rules of the game are changing because now Israel is clearly superimposing Greater Israel on all of historical Palestine. And therefore they have totally cancelled any agreements. They have nullified the two-state solution. They have totally negated the requirements of peace. They have totally violated international law and so on. So now we need a whole new strategy to deal with this.
Netanyahu stands to make history twice over, within months becoming Israel's longest-serving prime minister and potentially its first to serve under the stain of indictment. For all his opponents' talk of it's being time for change, enough Israelis have decided that what they really want is more of the same. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, West Jerusalem.